say is that, first of all, I just want to say hello to everybody. Hello, International Women's Day. International Women's Day is the most celebrated day of women in the world. And I'm glad to see that increasingly it's actually taking root and beginning to grow in the United States. And I'm so proud to belong to a community of people that actually center it on a day like this. Shujaa actually is a Swahili word. Swahili is spoken in Kenya, East Africa is spoken in Tanzania, and also Eastern Congo. And it's a national language in two countries, Kenya and Tanzania. And it means, Shujaa literally means warrior. I was the first person to receive that award, which is really interesting. But anyway, and when the former director of the Women's Center, Sekile Nzinga was, looking for a name, for the award, what she did is she contacted a former graduate student of hers in Kenya and asked them, what is the name for Shujaa? Because she couldn't ask me because it was a surprise award. So she got the name Shujaa, and Shujaa means warrior, fighter. And it's such an appropriate name for one of our, women at Northwestern given that honor, selecting someone who has been a fighter for women. So I'm just very excited to be a part of today, and happy Shujaa Day also.
Thank you for having me. It was my pleasure to nominate Amy Hauenstein for the Shujaa Award. Amy has had great influence and made a measurable impact in the School of Communication. And this has been through active allyship and sponsorship of colleagues, students, and faculty who they've held historically marginalized identities. She is a strong voice for those who travel the world under the sign woman, trans, and NB identities on the Comm Studies Department Inclusion Task Force, the Dean E. Patrick Johnson's DEI Task Force, and is working across campus on other school and social justice committees and with other schools and departments. She was invited by AVP for Equity to Shonda McPherson to join her committee on equity education as well. Amy also regularly advocates for all staff on President Shapiro's Staff Advisory Council, for students and particularly professional graduate students who are 70% women working full-time and often juggling caretaker responsibilities, as well as diversified external partnerships like collaborating with BIPOC industry experts and prioritizing work with MWBE vendors, and by bringing equity practices and accountability measures wherever she can. Amy's service and dedication go far above and beyond any requirement, and her humility and ethics of care are of incredible value to the Northwestern community. I can't think of anybody who deserves this recognition more than Amy, so congratulations to her for all of her efforts.
Hi, everyone. My name's Amy Hauenstein. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I am forever indebted to you for your friendship, your counsel, and your unwavering commitment to centering social justice in our daily lives, raising our children, and in our work. Thank you for holding me accountable for my own biases and privileges. I'm especially honored to receive this award, named for the Women's Center Associate Director Njoki Kamau, whose leadership I got to experience firsthand a few years ago when she co-led Cohort 6 through the intergroup dialogue training called Changemakers. This award is even more special to me having experienced your leadership firsthand, Njoki. I'm thankful for the many people, especially the Black, Brown, and First Nations women who have invested in me through friendship, collaboration, and by sharing their labor, so that I may more wisely spend my privilege in the fight for equity, as Lovey Ajayi Jones implores us to do. Again, I am grateful to all who hold me accountable every day. I also want to acknowledge Dean E. Patrick Johnson and Associate Dean Roderick Hawkins in the Northwestern University School of Communication for making equity a pillar and a priority in our school. The Comm Studies Department Chair, Leslie DeChurch, and my faculty directors, past and present, Michelle Shoemate, Randy Iden, and Eric Nisbet, of the Master of Science in Communication program for giving me the time and space to contribute. The MSc program, as Anne-Marie mentioned, for the last 40 years has been comprised of 70% students who identify as women. In my 7 years with the program, I've learned so much from all of you. Thank you to my students and the alumni and the faculty who have become dear friends. And lastly, I want to thank my colleagues at the Women's Center, on NUSAC, and on the Education Council for an Inclusive Northwestern for their tireless efforts toward making Northwestern a more equitable and socially just place for us all. I want to specifically thank Stephanie Hicks and Senior Associate VP of the Office of Equity, Tashonda McPherson, for inviting me to collaborate with the Office of Equity. I will hold the essence of this award close to my heart as we continue to do this work. There is great social impact work being done on the Northwestern campus, and I encourage you all to get involved. It is going to take us all. And so, on this International Women's Day, I humbly accept the Shujaa Award, beside and behind all who travel this world under the sign of woman. Thank you.